Alright. Call the City of Clear Lake Shores City Council Emergency Meeting, June 16, 2020 at 5:32 to order. We do have a quorum. We do have one council member absent, Mark Thompson. First, item number 2, council business. Discussion of possible action may be taken on the following items. Item A, revision number 7 of the City of Clear Lake Shores Declaration of Disaster extending end date to July 21st, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. And this just joins along with the state and keeps us in line with being able to obtain our funds. Talking with Brent, you can at any time jump in, but if we were to stop, we wouldn't be able to restart another emergency declaration underneath the same name.
I'll move to approve the revision number 7 of our disaster declaration.
I'll second.
Amanda Fenwick made a motion. Christy Lyons second. Any discussion? None. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion passed. Item B, discuss and approve interlocal agreement for transfer of CARES Act funding between Galveston County and surrounding municipalities. I've had a chance to read it, but basically the Galveston has a lot of cost for everything that they're doing with all the testing and stuff, and so they're going back and reaching out to all the individual municipalities and bringing back a tax basically for them taking care of everything. If you want the details, there's a report out there. I think it was 18%, is that right? 18% of our allotment that they're coming back and grabbing. So that's $11,000 of the $66,000 we're supposed to get, if I remember right.
So we were allotted $66,000 under the CARES Act. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And how is that determined?
That was $55 per capita. 1,066.
1164 times $55. And if you require any more information, I just got another email late this afternoon, and I was out today with training, but what they're doing, the costs are really stacking up. Galveston County's absorbed those costs, approximately $200,000 per week for testing. It goes to UTMB in Galveston, so it's dollars that are basically staying here too. We anticipate starting the testing for antibody testing, and then that will trigger a second coronavirus test for another positive. And once they start that, then they anticipate the cost to be around $250,000 for that round of testing, and they'll be burning at $450,000 per week. So I know that Clear Lake Shores has had 6 positive cases, unless they changed today at 5 and didn't get the update. We've had 4 recoveries, and I know that based on my interaction with residents, we've had a great many more that have been tested, and those have done no cost through Galveston County's process. So it's money that we haven't received, not coming out of the budget. It's earmarked
And we can forward all that to, the council members. Yeah.
So each city is being asked to give back 18%, or is 18% particular to us, and each city has a
Every-
different percentage?
I can tell you what the hit is, like for Galveston County,
500,000.
is 2.3 million, and, they've been absorbing those costs. The Bayou Vista, their allocation, it's going back, it's gonna be 16,480, they approve it. Clear Lake Shore, 11,640.
Like League City is $1.1 million.
So, what else would, so how else would this CARES Act money been used by Clear Lake Shores? I know that there are so many stipulations on how it can be used in general, so would we have used this money for something else?
We would have our own testing plan, basic testing.
Use CARES Act fund money? No, but you said we're getting 66,000 in CARES Act fund.
Correct.
So what would we have used that for to begin with?
Uses, one is, for testing, for additional costs due to COVID, and like we have some very minor costs that we're accumulating now for court, we're gonna have court tomorrow. So we got plexiglass, and we got some things going on, cleaning supplies. Another thing is for economic, stimulus for businesses, and I'm working through that right now with, I talked to CDM yesterday, and, they pushed me back out, so I'm gonna get ahold of, contact with Galveston County, just kind of grant through, applying the ECC, grant to see if that is, allowable expense. My own application appears to be, but I don't want to say, somebody say it is, we apply for it, we get it, 5 years down the road, not the right way, but we need to pass it. So we wanna make sure that we're right. But, yeah, for,
So the county received something, then we got, all the individual cities got something of that. And, you know, Amanda brings up a good question about, you know, that was allocated for this city to use for our own expenses. Is all the other cities, I mean, I wasn't on that phone call, are they all agreeing to this?
it was
Or-
a very short phone call today, we had to leave one phone call to go to this one. But I think everybody was just kind of surprised by it, and, trying to understand it. It was explained to us that, you know, they need to do this, or they're not gonna be able to continue that testing that is important
Right.
for the community. But I think, Judge Henry suggested, you know, equivalent of this would be for each individual municipality engaged in testing.
But the same time, you know, they could get into their own coffers and have, you know, a rainy day fund that they could afford to pay for it out of versus us, what we have to. So if you look at our, metrics, it lands up being $1,000 per person that's been tested positive, you know.
So does that remainder, that 54,000 that leaves us with from the CARES Act funding, does that cover our expenses that we've had for COVID and that we anticipate? I know there's been a lot of extra work done by Audrey, and like you said, stuff for court, and we've put up stuff at city, so does that, I just wanna make sure that we're able to cover our costs.
We'd be able to cover our costs, with no problem, and a portion of the ECC grant, if that's allowed.
That's the outline one, cause there was $250,000 in EDC grant.
And to Kurt's point, so that ends up being $1,000 per person that tested positive. And back to your answer to Amanda regarding if that's a percentage per city or what, and I know that you gave us the numbers, but I'm not understanding, is that a percentage based on population? Is that a percentage based on, or what is it?
It's the same 18% from the allocation base, the allocation is received is based on population, so it's $55 per head.
But every city is paying 18%.
Every city being asked
their
to
allocation.
contribute.
Of their allocation.
Okay, yeah,
That's why
Right.
League City's $1.1 million.
right, that makes sense, I just, I wanted to make sure that we're not being
So-
asked to pay 18%, League City 5% or something, you know.
No.
We're not, and, you know, it's kind of small, it's a small number, but it's not insignificant.
We're our numbers are small, so. I mean, the one thing that I would add to it, like you have other cities that went out and had a lot of expenses, had their police force working double time and stuff like that. They are gonna be in a lot more worse shape than us because we didn't go and take that road. So, and still be able to cover the costs that we have allocated. So some other cities may be worse off. For instance, League City, if they went out and spent $2 million, they could be $1 million in the hole.
My last question, so we have 54,000 remaining. Amanda asked if that would cover what our expenses are, and what I'm hearing is that it would. For the CARES Act, if you don't use it, do you lose it? So that 54,000, if it's for whatever we need, but if we don't need it, it goes back into some coffer somewhere.
Yeah, you have to bill everything. We signed all the paperwork, put Brent in charge of it, and Kevin is a secondary. And I get locked up and put away if we don't follow the rules. So we need a motion, I think.
I'll move to approve the interlocal agreement for transfer of CARES Act funding.
I'll second.
Amanda Fenwick with the motion, Jan Bailey with the second. All in favor, aye.
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 Any opposed? None. Motion passes. Item C, adjournment at 5:43.